Can you please introduce us?
Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm the representative of the Tea with Milk party. I'm just preparing 2 brews here, one for my dear friend and one for myself. I firmly believe in the power of tea, and as you can see, this brew has been sitting here for 3 minutes almost, 3.5 maybe. So I'm stretching it already, but this is one of the top ingredients that's very important, that is milk. And you need a sip of that in tea. And I'm just not a believer in milkless tea. I think that's a fad, and that's something that needs to be gone, and it needs to be eliminated off the surface of the earth.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark, for this introduction and introduction on your thoughts regarding milk. Where do you get all those traditional practice?
It's a cultural thing. It's the way you're brought up, in a sense. That's very profound, and it has a lasting impact on you. And yeah, it's my belief system. You should put milk in a tea, and you should do it after you've removed the bag. I mean, you can argue about the fine details of when to put the milk in. Okay, I'm fine with that, and I accept that, and I respect that as well. But at some point, tea and milk need to find their way together, whatever way that happens.
Okay, brilliant sharing. In terms of, where the society is going at the moment, there is very lots of people coming up with not willing to use milk.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you think this is going? And I would say also, what would be the milkless impact on GDP of Africa, for example?
Oh, yeah, you're really touching on some topics near and dear to my heart, actually. It is essential to keep the milk tea culture up. That's why the milk tea party is really fighting for these days. And yes, we see that people are abandoning milk, especially milk in their teas. To be honest, I'd have to refer you to one of our specialists who's specializing in milkless impacts, because we want to actually come up with a firm economical point on that. Currently is a strong belief. It's nothing we can prove so far, and we haven't seen the cultural impact of milkless tea so far. We just firmly believe, because it's the way we've been brought up, and it shouldn't change. We firmly believe you shouldn't separate milk and tea. They belong together.
Okay, thank you. I would take it a bit further. When you say expert, are you talking about lobbying and the agriculture industry? Because I would say you've got agriculture in one side, but ethic, that is coming along. And also, what is your view on the group or ethnicity that don't want the exploitation of animals and therefore the production of animal milk?
Well, so let me go back to that last point first. So you state that milk is exploiting animals. That is not necessarily always the case. We have seen soy milk. And I'm absolutely fine with people putting soy milk in their teas as well. I wouldn't judge anyone based on what kind of milk they put in their tea. I would judge them based on if they put milk in their tea or not. So let me just be very clear on that mission. Milk and tea should never separate. You can choose your own tea, you can choose your own milk, but you can't choose if you separate milk or tea.
Okay. Brilliant. Thank you. I've just heard recently from a interview from a reputable source, 2 religious source actually, that were very against associating this belief and especially continuing to tell about this belief, because they say it's about freedom, that you could be able to choose if tea is with or without milk. So what would be your input and thoughts regarding milkless impact on religious minority anywhere in the world?
Okay, see, I just conveniently have here English breakfast tea, and that is where milk and tea meet 100%. If you do fruit tea, other flavored tea, or Earl Grey, maybe then it's a different discussion. Maybe we haven't made our point clear on that one. Yeah, it's very unfortunate that people actually don't get into the minute details, but that's also telling you a point that it's a very deeply rooted culture, isn't it? It comes back to the point of, if I say tea, of course I mean English breakfast tea. If I say milk, for me it's a dairy product. Okay, for others it may be soy. So let me maybe rephrase and say, if you drink tea, it's in the morning, it'd rather be English breakfast tea, and they need to marry milk and tea. You can't do milkless English breakfast tea, that doesn't work. So if you betray that belief, then you are betraying part of your culture. And you can do that. It's up to you. But you need to be aware that you're betraying part of yourself as well.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Mark, for those insight, thoughts, belief. It was Tuesday live show, and I say thank you very much to you and our auditors. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask them.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening in, and please remember, English breakfast and milk go together, nothing else.